I want to share a quotation from the book Start With Why by Simon Sinek. All organizations start with why, but only the great ones keep their why year after year. For those who forget why they were founded, show up to the race every day to outdo someone else instead of to outdo themselves. The pursuit for those who lose sight of why they are running the race is for the medal or to beat someone else. Start With Why is oriented toward business leaders, but the principle applies. You can't start with a set of rules and white knuckle it every day, trying to make it to bedtime because choosing to go screen-free isn't easy. There will be moments when it feels like the simplest solution is to hand your child a screen, whether they're having a meltdown, you're dealing with a work crisis, or you just need a break. In some difficult moments in my own life, I've even had moms offer me their own iPads when my kids were not behaving well. While this is thankfully rare, it shows just how much society has outsourced parenting to screens. But in those moments, it's your why that will keep you on track. With that being said, I wanted to share my own why. I'd like to tell you why being screen-free is so important to me and my family, and why my husband and I have chosen to pursue this parenting style with our children. When we had our first child, I found myself swept up in many of the trends other moms were following. But when it came to screen time, something in me resisted. It just didn't feel right. I didn't grow up watching much TV. My parents always pushed us outside to play, and I wanted the same kind of childhood for my kids. At first, I wasn't rigid. I let them watch a movie here and there, but I quickly saw a pattern. Their behavior was noticeably worse after screen time. That was enough for me to draw a firm boundary. I went all in on being screen-free, even though it meant pushback from family and friends. What I discovered, though, is that life actually got easier without screens. My kids learned to tolerate boredom, and from boredom came independence. Instead of watching content, they retreat into their imaginations, lose themselves in books, pick up instruments, invent games, play sports, and build whole worlds out of nothing but their creativity. Their innocence is intact. Their attention is their own. That is my why. I don't want to rob them of all of those gifts. Introducing addictive screens into their lives wouldn't just be harmless entertainment. It would trade away a childhood of wonder, depth, and discovery. The opportunity cost is simply too great. Of course, not everyone's why is the same. Let's hear from a few other screen-free parents.
We avoid screens for our kids because, of course, there's a ton on the internet that we do not want them to engage with. But more than that, it's the things that we do want them to engage with, the people around them, nature, their own creativity, their talents. We want them to have that feeling of being bored and needing to find something to do with it. We want them to develop great conversation skills and emotional regulation, and screens just stand in the way of all of that.
We're screen-free for many reasons, but I would say one of the biggest reasons is the impact to my children's behavior whenever they do watch screens. They definitely are more whiny and more intolerable whenever they even watch 20 minutes a day. But aside from that, there's lots of programming that is inappropriate, concepts I do not want my children seeing or knowing. So I think my goal overall with being screen-free is to protect my children. Say hello.
Hello.
My husband and I have decided to keep screens really minimum in our home. Before we made this commitment, we noticed that even with just a little bit of screen time, their entire moods would shift. They'd become more restless, less patient, and we felt like the simple joys of childhood were just being taken away when we could easily avoid this. So by keeping screens at a minimum, we've seen so many blessings. We've noticed that our kids are more creative. They love playing with each other, and their bond has grown so much more. They enjoy reading, they enjoy art, and it's just been really awesome to see them flourish the way that they have just by taking away the screens. So again, it's been not an easy journey, but it's been one that I wish that we had done sooner, and I think that every family really should take the leap and give it a try and see what can happen in their home.
To help you identify your own why, we've created a short worksheet that will guide you through some important reflections. This worksheet will help you think about things like what your ideal day looks like as a parent, what values are most important to you, and what legacy you want to leave for your children. By answering these questions, you'll uncover the deeper motivations behind your decision to go screen-free, and you'll have a strong foundation to refer back to whenever you need it. Once you've completed the worksheet, I encourage you to keep your answers somewhere visible, on your fridge, your desk, or anywhere you'll see them often. This will serve as a powerful reminder of why you're doing this, especially when the going gets tough.